This industry is more on servicing industry. And now we would like to invite Miss Joanne Yap Fui Wei, and she is now the contract estimating and proposal engineer in the company of Clinton Technology Sdn Bhd.
Hi, good morning, everyone. So firstly, thank you for the previous two presenters. So I'm more different in the previous two presenters. So I'm actually building the plan that they are mentioning just now. Yeah, so let me introduce myself first. I'm Joanne. So I'm working in Clinton Technology Sdn Bhd. So we have a few branches over here. So in Malaysia, we have in Shah Alam, Kulim, Penang, and Kuching. And Shah Alam is our headquarters. So other than in Malaysia, we also have branches in Singapore, Shanghai, and Taiwan. So there are three sectors in my company: UHP, Process Engineering, and General Contracting. And my position is Contract Estimating and Proposal Engineer, which mentioned by Dr. Thor just now. So let me go further on to describe what these three sectors are. So the first one, UHP, is actually high purity gases pipelines. So you can see in my first photo, so these pipelines are those things that needed for high purity gases. And also you can see that, Okay, and also you can see that the photo at the bottom is the environment of all these pipelines are. And in this kind of environment, it's actually we need a very clean environment. So we can't wear like our normal shirt or normal costume into the clean room. We have to wear something like this. It's called jumpsuit to keep there's no dust in this shirt, yeah, kind of thing. So in UHP pipelines, it's normally used in high-end electronics and semiconductor manufacturers such as wafer fabrication factories, solar cell, flat panel display, and also LED industries. So the next sector is process engineering. So we are doing design and build for all the M&E services. And yeah, we are doing process plants, cylindrical tanks, as you can see in the first and second drawing. And we are doing pipeline to connect all these tanks, like from the inlet, outlet of the tanks. Yeah, so the third photo is, you can see like there's a few services in these pipelines. So the third sector is general contracting. So for general contracting, we are doing like from zero, nothing to something, which means like we can do like from a empty land into plant, into factories kind of stuff. So for this general contracting, we are cover from A to Z from the engineering, the design stage, and after that with the procurement, how we buy our equipment, and then we install, we construct the plant until commissioning also will be by us. So it can be building an entire plant or also extension of the plant, car parks, warehouse, and other commercial buildings as well. So service can be include civil, architecture, fire, aircon, all the equipment like cooling tower, pressure vessels, plumbing, like toilets kind of plumbing, drainage, and the electrical control system, the security like CCTV, card access door, and also your internet, phone, all the communication stuff. We include everything. Yeah. So we are going into my job scope. So firstly, I'm project based, so I'm not always in a fixed location. So firstly, we are participating in tender first before we getting the project. So I'll be located at my headquarters, Shah Alam. So in Shah Alam, I'll be doing when we got the tender, we have to evaluate the contract first and then understand what's the job scope of this project. So if they want to build a car park, we need to know how the design they want. Do they need design first or only installation? Or maybe if it's a plant, then we need to know, do we need to supply the equipment for them, or it's just installation of pipelines? Yeah. So I need to go for site visits also to know how is the location look like? Is it an empty land or is it an existing building? If an existing building, how big is their building is? And also the design, what design they need. So the most important part is also the cost of the project. So what's the budget the client wants, and also in how long time they need this plant. They need in 1 year time, 2 years time. I need to evaluate, is it a fast track project or not? Yeah, and also if value engineering, which means for example, client they want A, but we feel that B is much cost saving than the A, so we need to propose our design as well. So after we get the project, we successfully bidding this project, we need to find subcontractors to come and install this project. So also, other than subcontracting, we need to purchase equipment also. So we need to evaluate the subcontractor performance, what's their experience of doing the project. If we are doing semiconductors plant, so we need to know, do they do semiconductors plant before, or maybe they are new in this industry. And also we need to compare their costs. And for purchasing wise, we need to evaluate the technical data of the equipment. So for example, they want if they want a 50 kg tank, but the supplier can only supply 30 kg tank. So this data is, their specs is not as per specification. So yeah, we need to evaluate what's the equipment they are supplying for, and also the after sales service, which means like after we have finished this plan, we need to know do they can come over to service the equipment kind of stuff. So after getting the project, we need to go to the project to install the plant. So for this case, I'll be going to the project location instead of staying at the office. So the first project of what I'm doing is I'm more focusing on piping and tank erection and also equipment installation. So this is an existing plant. So we are doing extension of this plant. So in this project, my job scope, the first one is planning the project. So I need to produce a schedule like from when we are going into this project, we need to know what to start first and what kind of activities we need to do first, and then what kind of activities we need to do next until we meet the milestone. I mean, like at the first stage, we might be doing the civil works, we build the building first, and then after that, piping going in kind of stuff. Yeah. So other than doing this schedule, we also need to report our work progress to client so that they understand that our project, is it on track? Is it delayed or is it earlier than what we expected? Yeah. So other than scheduling, planning, I'm doing procurement as well. Procurement, which means I need to buy equipment, we need to buy materials. So before buying, I need to calculate the quantities that we need for the pipings, the fittings, and valves also. So what's piping, fittings, and valves are? So these are the pipings. Okay, for example, if this piping needed for cables, ICT cables, then we will be using this kind of UPVC material. So if we are using for underground drainage, we are using this kind of UPVC. So there's a lot of specs lah, what I can say. So yeah, the fittings that I mentioned is this. So there's elbow. If like we are turning, we are using elbow, or maybe T-joints. This is all the samples of the valves lah. There's globe valve, check valve. Okay, so this is the job scope for my first project. So the second project I'm doing now is, so in this project, we are doing general contracting, which means we need to build from zero. It's like empty land into like the plant that they want. So you can see from the photos, it was an empty land. So we start building civil works, we are doing pilings, and then we do the building until this is what it is. So the first photo is the admin office. We are doing the whole plant. So include their office, their car parks, and also their manufacturing plant. So my job scope is different from the first project. The first project I'm doing scheduling, right, and also procurement. For this project, I'm doing procurement as well, but I need to, instead of pipings, I need to buy equipment also. Equipment is like chiller, your aircon, computers, and maybe card access, CCTV. These are all the equipment. So other than buying all these equipments, I'm doing I also related to all financial issues such as because I'm awarding my package, like for example, civil, architecture, mechanical scope. So there are a lot of subcontractors. So if they want to claim, I mean, like they have done certain progress, they want to claim their money, so they will find me. Yeah. So I'm kind of like managing the money of this project, the cost of the project. So other than doing progress claims, I'm doing variation orders also. Variation orders, which means like, for example, at the first stage, before we getting the project, we know like we need to build 3 rooms. So after doing the project, they feel like they want to add 1 more room. The client wants to add 1 more room. So this is a variation order. So we need to estimate what's the cost to add this room. And also adding room is not just room. We need to know what's the design of the room. Do they need aircon? In this room, any safety requirements? Do they need fire pipings, fire extinguisher? And also like maybe they need laptop. These are the examples. So we need to know in this room what they need and what's the cost of this room. And the third one is value engineering, which means we need to know by adding this room, although clients, they need aircon, for example, they need aircon, but we feel that this room is cold enough, so we doesn't need this aircon. So we save cost for client. So this is what's so-called value engineering. So after buying all these equipment, we need to track the equipment when these equipments arrive also. So the next thing I'm doing is delivery tracking so that we doesn't affect the schedule of this project. So moving on to the third project. So this is the project that I'm currently doing. So this is also a general contracting. We are doing from empty land, as you can see, empty land until the building, how we build. This one, they have underground also, so we need to do excavation. Yeah, and then this is still in progress So you can see we are doing like, for example, the red pipes here. This is the fire piping. And we're also doing electrical. So the orange pipe is actually inside, there's wires inside. And the lighting. And then the second photo is, this is what's so-called clean room, which I presented previously. We need to wear jumpsuit into this factory. Yeah, so we are doing clean room as well. So this is the third photo is the chillers, the cooling towers. And this is the main building, which inside there's an admin building, there's their production factory also. So in this factory, I'm doing different job scope from the first and second. So you can see that it's for like although we are studying engineering, we doesn't need purely has to be fixed in this engineering scope only. We can go for commercial as well lah. So in this project, I'm doing engineering scope. So firstly, I need to set up systems for subcontractors to follow. So they need to design this building. So we need to have drawings. Firstly, we need to come up with the drawings, and then site coordination works, which means like, because there are different services, so we need to know that all the pipings, all the cables, they are not clashing each other. Yeah, this kind of thing. And also civil works, which means maybe this piping, they need a hole to go from first floor to ground floor. So yeah, we need to know which place, which they need to build, what kind of dimension for this piping to go down, this kind of thing. So we need to submit, for example, hot water they are using. So we need, client will let us know the design we are doing can withstand maybe 100 degrees Celsius of water. So we need to know, is this piping that we are proposing can withstand their requirement or not? Yeah, so we need to submit the materials and also drawings, which means is this design suits client needs? So we need to submit for them to review, and then if they approve, then we will start purchasing all the materials that we propose. And then we need to keep track, is this material purchase meets what client schedule, which means like maybe next 2 years they need this plant. So we need to know all these materials that we bought, is they coming in next 2 months and also available us to install at site. Yeah, so after installing the pipelines, installing all the equipments, we will go for the next stage, which is inspection. So in this inspection, client would like to see, after we install this product, after we install this equipment, is this work really meet their requirement? Yeah, so after inspection, we need to test also. We need to test, for example, we install 10 lights. So after we install, is really these 10 lights works, or maybe 9 out of 10 works, but one is like, maybe one is not working. One is like, even though I on the light, but the light is not on. So we need to rectify this mistake lah. And all this, like the plant we are building, we need to go through a lot of authorities also, like JKKP, DOE, DOSH. These are the authorities that to ensure that the equipment we are using is not harm the environment, which means like there are no pollution to the environment, and also is the building that we are building is safe to use lah. Yeah, this is what we are doing. So this is kind of mechanical engineering job. Yeah, this is end of my sharing.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Joanne. So from your sharing, it seems like your job scope is very different from the previous sharer. So your job scope, your company will serve like a contractor and get the project and help them to build the factory. At the same time, your company also need to invite subcontractor to work together to complete the project, right? Yes. So throughout your whole job scope, we can see that you need to employ the skill of the purchasing, procurement, and even equipment design skill, and need to have the skill of project management. I think project management skill is a very large part of your job scope, right?
Yes, and it's very important.
Wow, so it seems like very open eyes. We never thought that after we graduate from chemical engineering program, we still can play such a big role to build the factory. And we thought, it just can be built by civil engineer. But now it seems like chemical engineers also can involve in this part to play their role together to complete the project.
Yeah, wow. We actually work together with civil engineers, mechanical engineers, electrical engineers to complete this project. So we will learn a lot of things as well. Yeah.
Wow, thank you, Ms. Joanne, for your sharing.